Is there attachment to oneself now?
I think there is, yes.
Just thinking is not enough. It must be very precise to really understand any word we are talking about. Like self or oneself. Is there I or self at this moment? Or none at all?
I think there is.
Just think. So it's not precise. Where's the I at this moment? See?
Yes, there is.
So it's only the idea and just thinking about everything like we used to think about this and that. But actually, there can be more understanding about whatever appears now, not just think about it. Are you friendly now? See, talking about friendliness, but now, are you friendly? Yes or no? So people talk about friendliness, having more and more friendliness, but what is it? See, without understanding that we are talking about, it's impossible to know more, furthermore about that. So what is the self now? If you think that you are not clinging to the self now, or are you?
Yes, I think I am.
To what? What is the self that you are clinging to? Like now. No, you are you.
I don't know.
This is the beginning of understanding whatever appears. Otherwise, there's the purpose of going somewhere and try to have very good time, splendid time, very rewarding. No understanding, even just what appears now, or where's the self now, or is there self now, or is there no self now? See, so when we're talking about friendliness, it's not just the word that anyone can think about it. Be friendly. That's not enough. But what is it? See,
To feel loved or accepted by others.
that is natural for everyone, the same feeling. But what is the understanding? Because the Buddha taught the truth of whatever appears as it is. That is meant the enlightenment. Understanding thoroughly, deeply, as it is, not as we guess or as we used to think about. Even the self, see, it's not clear. When it's not clear, it seems like there's no self, but actually there is the self so much that it is not clear to talk about it. So you went to meditation center to have less attachment and more understanding, or still cling to get something without understanding? See, even clinging is not clear, because without right understanding, who can tell the difference between clinging and being friendly? And that is the self who does not know. When there is understanding, understanding is not anyone. It's a reality which can understand that which hasn't been understood before. That's why we learn, listen, and think over it, whether it's worthwhile, study, developing understanding. So the bhavana, it's translated usually meditation. What does it mean?
I don't know. Is it?
So it begins with no understanding. So it have more and more no understanding or ignorance. When you think of funny thing, you smile or laugh alone, right? anywhere.
Yeah.
Even it's not silence, but the story is so funny. So it can condition laughing, okay, pleasant moment. And what about being friendly in such or certain place? What about now? No more. Or what? Or it can be anywhere and any time.
Yes.
To anyone. That is the development of metta. And what do you do in order to have more metta? There, retreat to have more metta. What do you do? Not like now? Or what?
I don't know.
See, not understanding anything that can be understood anywhere at any time too. And without understanding, can anyone know whether it's attachment or metta? You think that you can be friendly to those around you in the meditation center, right? When they all come out, do you still have such feeling or being friendly to all of them? Not at the meditation center, but anywhere. Or just only there that you can have such feeling or to be friendly with them. Like you, see, in the meditation center you are friendly, right? And after that, are you still friendly? After retreat?
In the meditation center also aversions can arise.
Anything, not different, like seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, here and there or anywhere. Seeing is seeing. If there is understanding right now, is this place meditation center? No or yes?
Yes.
No. No. Very natural. No rule. See, no time to set friendliness or schedule to study. See, we can talk about whatever appears anywhere, on the train, in the bus, or here. Let's say, seeing itself. Can it be in the train, under the water, up in the sky? Seeing is seeing. So there can be the understanding that at the moment it sees, there must be that which condition is arising to be seeing, not other moment at all. Is that self which sees? Now, seeing, is it self? So what is it? This is the way to learn to have less attachment to what we used to take for I or thing because of ignorance. Otherwise, there's no way to get rid of the idea of self at all. No matter where you're going, to this or that place, without understanding, ignorance is there. So many people have different sessions, ordinary life and meditation life. By self. As long as there is no understanding of whatever appears now as it is, there is the idea of something. Self, people, things. Close your eyes. What do you see? No one, right? But there is the idea of I am sitting here with many people. But actually, it appears to see. The visible object has to be object of seeing. Seeing cannot see sound, it cannot see anything else except that which appears at moment of seeing, just that. And after that, there is the idea of something because of memory of the marks, signs, shape, and form. And one keeps that idea all the time, but actually it's gone completely. So one lives in the world of ignorance, not knowing what's what in a moment. Because seeing is not thinking. They can be thinking about that which is seen without seeing. Like in a dream. No seeing, but there is thinking about many things. And they seemed like they appeared. But actually only memory of what is experienced. Did you have a dream last night?
Yes.
See, it's not as real as now. It's not as real.
No.
Why?
When I'm dreaming, I feel like it's real, though.
But what's the difference between the two? Can anyone see in a dream? Can there be seeing in a dream?
It feels like I'm seeing, but is it just thinking?
See the difference between dreaming and not dreaming at all, like now. Because the visible object appears to see before thinking. But in a dream there is no seeing. No visible object appears like now. It's only pure thinking. The whole story about this and that. It's like now. When there is no seeing and visible object, it's like dreaming. Exactly the same. So the difference is that when it's not a dream, there is moment of seeing and visible object. That's all.
So when I'm awake with my eyes closed, that's thinking.
Yes, or hearing, or smelling.
So
Anything can be
feeling.
object, but not in a dream. So it's not you. They are only different realities conditioned to arise. It can be object of understanding when right understanding develops more and more. But ignorance cannot experience that because it cannot understand anything, even it's appearing right now. So we understand the difference between ignorance and right understanding. So what world have you been living? For quite a long time when there is no understanding.
Ignorance.
Ignorance. And the teachings of the Buddha can condition right understanding about whatever appears now, because it's the truth, the truthful words. Nobody can change because it's all about reality right now. So one listen to the teachings or to someone else, see. Have you heard the words Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi, Dhammang saranang gacchāmi,
No.
Sanghang saranang gacchāmi? And why do you go to meditation center? What for? when you don't know anything about Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. You just believe in someone leading you to somewhere unknown without understanding. So first of all, we should know what does understanding understand. Otherwise, we just talk about understanding. But what does it understand? Just all about daily life. Seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, clinging, aversion, like, dislike, everything. In a day, it's taught. Otherwise, who knows right now? Is there clinging now, attachment now? Who knows? Is seeing not me? Who knows? So each word should be studied carefully because it will lead to more and more understanding of the whole Tipitaka. But if there is no understanding of one word, it's impossible to understand more at all. That's the way to understand, not just listen, but to really understand what that word represents. Like saying, it doesn't represent anyone at all, just a reality which is conditioned to see. Without the eye base, can it arise? Can whatever appears now appear? So it's just in a moment. Seeing is conditioned by not just the eye base, but also that which can be seen, which impinged on the eye base to condition the seeing to arise and see it. That's all. Just that. It's gone. Seeing right now is not seeing a moment ago at all. Different conditions, different visible object, which arises and falls away in split seconds. Just consider whether it's true this moment, like we just talked about. No one there. It's gone completely, like sound and hearing. They are all gone. So it's not I who hear, and what is heard is no one's voice. It's only that which can be heard. This is where to have less and less attachment to what we take for self from birth. Everything is self or something permanent. Without seeing right now, can there be the idea of I see, I am seeing? See? But seeing just arises and it sees, but ignorance takes it for my seeing or I'm seeing. But when it does not arise, where's the I? Who sees? When there's thinking, it seems like I think, but actually thinking is conditioned. We think differently all the time by conditions. With right understanding, without right understanding, with attachment or with aversion, all day. Just in a moment, from moment to moment. And now we are talking about the truth of whatever appears now. Taught by the Buddha himself, who had enlightened long, long time ago. But the teaching is still about reality right now, so it can be understood at any time when anyone hears.
Is that like the practice of meditation of mindfulness? What is arise and pass away at the present moment?
It's too soon or early to talk about sati. See, what is that? See, Can it arise without conditions?
Yes,
Without the
condition.
understanding of reality now, can sati arise? Usually
Reality.
there is ignorance, not sati. Until the theoretical understanding or intellectual understanding is firm enough to be conditions for sati to arise. Because sati is also non-self, uncontrollable, like seeing and hearing. But when someone thinking about it, someone would like to have it at will, or do anything to get it without understanding. But without the pariyatti, intellectual understanding, there's no right conditions for sati to arise. That's why we learn to understand, step by step, little by little, and don't mind what is sati, because even right now, there's no understanding of that which appears, which is not sati. And at moment of understanding the words of the teachings, is there sati with the understanding? See? So there are many levels of sati to talk about. Intellectual level, or direct understanding, or the penetration of reality as it is, as the right understanding developed with sati. Not just sati by itself. Without right understanding, no condition for sati to arise. We just want to have it, try to have it, without any understanding that it is conditioned. And the teachings of the Buddhas is all about detachment. Because whenever there is ignorance, there is detachment. Whenever there is attachment, there is ignorance. So there can be detachment only when there is understanding, not ignorance. Ignorance cannot detach from anything because it does not know anything at all. Seeing sees, ignorance cannot understand that as just a moment of a reality, an element which is conditioned to arise and see, just that, not other thing, not other moment, only seeing. Then it's gone completely, never come back at all. Without this primary understanding, no condition for sati to arise. Because sati has to arise with right understanding. When we talk about the sati which can understand whatever appears, it needs to have intellectual understanding. There are many people who do not know anything and they go to the meditation center wishing to understand or to get whatever they think, but no understanding at all.
That's sati or mindfulness when experience the hardness.
Now there
the
is hardness and the experiencing of hardness. Is that sati? Is that? At this moment of holding the microphone?
Yes.
No. Ordinary experience, the kaya vinyana, the body consciousness experiences hardness without any understanding, without sati. Like anyone in the world who does not have any understanding of reality, can you say that that person has sati at moment of holding microphone?
Without understanding?
When it's dana, sila. But while one is listening to the teachings, at moment of understanding there is sati. Just that level, intellectual understanding, not the direct understanding of a reality which one heard about. So don't rush to do anything without understanding, because it's the self wishing, trying to get something, not to understand and detach from clinging. So the self is there, having more self, without understanding. If anyone can have sati without intellectual understanding, it's not according to the teachings of the Buddha. Pariyatti, Patipatti, and Pativeda. There cannot be Patipatti and then Pariyatti after. Because the meaning of Patipatti, Patti is particular, and Patti is to approach with understanding. Like seeing is seeing, hearing is hearing, thinking is thinking, attachment is attachment. This is said, but what is the moment of direct understanding of just one reality at a time? Like now, seeing and hearing, they seem to arise together, but actually different moments, far apart. The conditions for seeing is far away from the conditions for hearing. They're not as close as we think. And when one wants so much to have sati, is that not clinging? But when one knows impossible to have direct awareness without the firm foundation of the intellectual understanding, because now we know that seeing is not permanent, right? Or is it permanent? It's not permanent. This is very, very weak understanding, because it's gone, arising and falling away all the time. And we just heard that seeing is not permanent, arising and falling away, and it's not hearing, it's not thinking. This is what we learn, consider, but not direct understanding of moment when seeing arises and see. At that moment of the clear comprehension of that, there is no other thing at all, just one at a time, as it is. No wish to have such experience. It is anatta. When there are right conditions, no one can stop its arising. But when there is no conditions, no one cannot have it to arise at all. Just try very hard, but that is not the direct understanding with detachment. But it's attachment, trying so hard. So instead of understanding, it have more and more idea of self, who's trying not to understand, but to get something and think that it's understanding. But it's not. Like now, when Panya develops so great, it can experience with detachment according to the level of Panya. While the intellectual understanding cannot know just that moment as it is, because there are many things in succession, so fast, very rapidly, that it's only thinking about seeing, not understanding the actual moment of seeing. And if one is trying so hard, it's impossible, because it's done by attachment and ignorance. Until there is less and less ignorance and attachment, then reality can appear to the developed Panya by itself, naturally, anatta. And that's the moment to understand the meaning of anatta. Have you heard about the subtlety of the Four Noble Truths? All of them. All four. But it seems like it's very easy. Just want to have, and then one goes to somewhere and think that one knows. But when it's known, only when time comes, by conditions.